All right, so there are about 24 fighters who had something to prove last night at Lakeland Gym. Matt Schumont joining me on the desk and has a little bit more about proving grounds.
Yeah, it was a heck of an event last night. Got the chance to go down and check her out, like you said. 24 fighters fighting with 5 belts up for grabs, and the hometown fighters sure did not disappoint. The event started with a pair of 14-year-olds making their boxing debuts. Ethan Lacusta got the better of his sparring buddy Mike Kinch, and even though the fight was between two friends, they're both happy their first matches were against each other.
I think it's better just get used to it, get used to how it feels to be in the ring, and that we don't have to have the pressure of worrying about what the guy's going to be throwing, because you kind of know what he throws anyways because you spar with him.
I was a bit nerve-wracking. Once I got in there, it just didn't really bother me anymore. I just focused on the fight and just went for that.
Aaron, the next Smereka, also made his debut against Garrett Kitchinger. After laying a couple big blows, Smereka was able to finish the fight in the second round for his first win.
I'm really happy right now. I didn't know if I was really nervous going into the fight, so I didn't know what was going to happen, but I feel pretty good right now. I think I could have finished it later in the first round, but you know, I was kind of tired myself. I was just throwing with all the power I had. And
the co-main event had Carrie Konopski putting her 4-0 record on the line against BC Susan Delma. This one was dominated by Konopski, winning by unanimous decision, claiming the Alberta-Saskatchewan Women's Light Heavyweight Championship.
I felt like she was coming out super strong. I did notice her cardio was not as good as mine, so I was trying to keep her a little bit, at the end of my punches and wear her out because I knew her cardio wasn't as good as mine. I wanted to throw more.
All the fights are great, but that was just a little bit more close to the heart. She had a battle in front of her, a tough girl, and just through everything, she just pushed through, and our game plan was, body head, and she implemented it to a T.
The main event was a clash of the champions. Hometown favorite Harley Greene went face-to-face against Matt Fox. Both fighters threw bombs right out of the gate, but in the middle round, Greene exploded with a flurry of punches, stopping the fight in the second to win his final fight and go out as a champion.
Just the W over him was great. To see him on the canvas, I've never seen him get beat. He's told us he's never been beat, so put one up there for me, I got him. Before he walked out, he guaranteed for his kids, because they were here in the crowd watching, I can't lose in front of my children, so no, he was very motivated. He was motivated in camp too, and a little bit of extra motivation because these guys were supposed to fight a couple times before, so it was a little bit of a personal, but at the end of the day, you know what, they're fighters, they both shook hands, and it's done.
As for the Proving Grounds tournament, Landon Hussey won the flyweight division, Matt Gillis walked away with the lightweight title, and Skylar McKenzie took the middleweight championship. Shane Nolan is off to a strong start in the 2013 CPCA season. He was just 0.4 seconds away from a first place finish last weekend in Little Pine and currently sits second in the CPCA standings. Now has his eye on a first place finish this week in Dewberry. Kyle Gallagher explains in this week's Inside the CPCA.
From pulling out the wagon to prepping the horses, a solid morning routine can make all the difference on race day.
It's much the same every time. I'm also on the CPCA board of directors, so there's some stuff I do for that in the mornings. The first day we got to set the barrels and whatever other issues need dealt with, we look after that.
While there's only one name on the wagon, it takes a whole team to get ready for the weekend. It all comes down to who you have working around you, and Shane Nolan knows he has a good group.
I got great barn help that can take care of stuff back here. Of course, I'm here to manage that and give them guidance.
Nolan's outfit is finally hitting its stride after the 41-year-old spent years finding the right mix of horses.
I finished the year with that outfit last year. It was relatively new.
We had a first-year horse on there last year on left lead. That's kind of the key to the outfit, and he's been building that outfit for quite a few years now, so it's time. It's paying off for him, and we're happy for him.
It started 3 years ago when Shane acquired his right leader minor from his brother Vern.
And he was not an experienced right leader then. He'd been on the wheel quite a bit, and I drove him and I seen some potential in him.
He got a right leader from me. He was short a right leader, and I had 3 of them at the time or something, and I've been successful over the years building rights, and I've sold a few rights around the camp, and he got one of them, and that's his good right now, and he's working good with that new horse he's got. So
this weekend in Dewberry, Nolan will try to win his first championship since 2006.
We'll just keep doing what we're doing, and we're going to hit first one of these races.
Kyle Gallagher, Newcap Sports.